So it sounds like an exciting atmosphere. So one of the things, who's paying for all this? How does a student get to obtain a great atmosphere, a great education, a work study environment? Who pays? How's it getting paid? Tell us what that looks like.
That is the methodology of what we do and how we do it. That is what allows us to be a mission-oriented school to serve our low-income communities. Off the cuff, tuition is probably going to be anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000 a year for a student. This is a private school, a uniform school. All your sports, everything is paid for. You want for nothing. You get computers. Your books are provided. So you come in the door, and other than the uniform purchase, it's taken care of for you. So yeah, how do we do that? It doesn't happen without the community, without the business community, without the family community, without the philanthropic community. Now, what do I mean by that? When I said that Monday he's going to work, that business partner would have a team of 4 students. So though he would work Monday, they'd have somebody else in there the other days of the week. So in return for them working there basically 5 days a week, September through May, they basically have an entry-level person that can define for them, here's what we need you to be doing. So in return for that, that business entity pays somewhere between 50 to 55% of that student's tuition. Wow. Now the way it works is we are a 501c3, and so the students are working for a corporate work study program of Cristo Rey that leases them out to those business entities. The business entity pays Cristo Rey corporate work study program, who in turn pays that portion of the student's tuition.
Gotcha.
So you say, but wait, that's only 55, 60%. Well, if we're targeting low-income families and the families most in need, that's still a big chunk.
It is a big chunk.
Well, that's why it's a business model for a school where there's a development department. So there's an advancement department. There's a group that's constantly going out trying to find grants, foundations, other philanthropic entities and benefactors and stakeholders that may want a scholarship a student, may want to support X student from 9th grade to graduation. There's so many different ways that they're able to support and pour into the school, and that covers another 30, 35%. We would only ask the parents to contribute anywhere from 5 to 10%, which what we've determined here in Charleston is going to be probably a couple $100 a year.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. And a couple of minutes ago, we had a little Charleston hospitality there. We're interviewing someone that said good morning. So that give me segue into my next question. The Charleston area is a tough nut to crack. You know what I mean?
It is.
And it sounds like you've won the people over. Tell us some of the people that's very pivotal in making these things happen. We talk about Gene, we talk about Paul.
Right.
So mention, I know Mary Runyon was a teacher of mine. Tell her, talk about the involvement of people that you got.
So, without getting into too much detail on the different committees, it's just the community, since I've been legs on the ground here in December, January, there's so much support and so much excitement and so much hospitality. There have been no doors closed, but it's a lot of hard work. And so I'm very grateful for the team that we've put together. I mean, none of this happens without you and my meeting when we first had our conversation in November, December. Just the passion that I saw with you and for the community and what you want to do and what you're capable of doing and the sacrifice that you're making. All of you all, because at the end of the day, the reality is none of you all are getting paid for this effort. And you still go so hard and go so deep in the work and all the different activities that we have. Like you said, Mary Runyon, you and Mary Runyon are just running the committee for being in the community, knowing what the community wants, giving out surveys to see if they're interested. Because first and foremost, and the chairs will even say this, it's about the communities we want to serve. If we give this model and the community say, we want this, how do we get this? Let's proceed forward. Let's figure out how to make sure this happens. But if the community says, no, we're good, we have enough here, this is going to confuse matters, then it's not going to be a fit. We want to serve them, not force them. Right. So the work you and Mary Runyon are doing is just priceless.
DAE TV, fundamentally mindful.